Apollo 11 Houston, we recommend you accept the now 49. Continue through your sequence of sightings, and then we'll analyze the data afterwards. Over.
Hello, and welcome back to the Depths of Jigoku podcast, where the AI Overlord has returned. This week we are joined by Kain,
He thinks he's supposed to be making noise, but he's not.
What's going on, guys?
He's not, Scorch,
Yo, what's going on?
and me, Bipoe.
It's coming through on the recording. That's all that matters.
Yeah. What it do, humans?
It do, my man. It do.
So to start us off, how have you guys been doing? You guys been having a good week, a shit week, an alright week? You
Fuck
just wanna
the
punch a robot
TSA.
in the face?
Listen, you asked what broccolini was, and I gave you the answer, and you're just now you're just upset. I don't know what else to do here.
We're teaching our robot what vegetables are, and we had a very short but the right conversation.
If they could see my fingers, it's teaching. Air quotes. No, my week was chill. The reason I was out last week is I, officially moved out of my old little housing unit into a new housing unit, so that's fun.
A shared housing unit, even.
From one old shared one to one new old shared one.
Yeah, really.
What he's not telling you is we downloaded him into the Meow phone database.
Yes.
You call 867-9305 at Meowwolf. You will get Bipoe.
Bipoe Jenny Bot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's up to you to navigate what the area code is.
Very,
Area-
very true.
The area code? Oh, you said aerial. I thought you said aerial code. I'm like, what?
No, he said it. No.
It's up to you to find out the areola code.
I used to work with a girl named Ariana,
Yeah.
and we'd call her Areola.
That's terrible.
It was the military
that's all
band.
right.
Everyone has a nickname.
I was gonna say that's on
For
par.
better or for worse.
Okay, let's get into the hot topic of the week. Borderlands is a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I have
Look.
not seen it yet, but it has won the award of the worst video game movie of all video game movies so far.
And it may also win the award of the worst movie of 2024.
What do you guys think it
I am-
made worldwide in its opening weekend?
Thousands?
I heard 8 million is about all it reined in,
I
And-
think Bruce.
and it cost 110.
It did 16 million Sunday evening. That is fucking terrible.
That is
Fucking abysmal.
That is abysmal. Yikes. So, I saw the previews, and I was like, alright, Kevin Hart. No, just never. Why would they cast Kevin Hart as Roland? Like, I don't get that at all. That, 0 sense made. And why not any of the other original characters, right? Like,
I have,
they already had actors for them.
I have a conspiracy theory about this.
yeah?
Bobby Lee ruined the movie. I haven't seen it yet, so this is like, third world information. But Bobby Lee ruins everything.
So I've seen a couple of of reels where people are going to see the movie. One guy was like, "All right, I'm gonna go in with low expectations. I'm gonna give this one a 2.5 out of the 5. I'm just going kind of middle ground here. I don't know what's gonna be." And then it cuts to him walking out of the movie. He's like, I don't want to talk about it yet. And he clipped it off, and then it picks back up when he's outside walking, and he's like, "Okay, 0.5." I was like,
Damn.
like,
So when are we seeing it?
I mean, so
I don't know.
I'm conflicted, guys, because I'm a huge Borderlands fan. I've been a big fan for a long time. It's one of my personal favorite video game franchises. I want to see it because I want to support the franchise. I'm already having very low expectations, and nothing out there is helping.
So
And
Gearbox, in response to it being abysmal, has announced the release of Borderlands 4. And that is a direct quote from the CEO of Gearbox.
Was that supposed to make us feel better after the movie
Who-
bombed?
I-
No, I'm kidding.
I guess. Who has the most badass name for a CEO ever, by the way? Randy
What's the-
Pitchfork.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put out games like Borderlands, you should have a good ass name.
And so this thing has some bangers of actors in it. Jamie Lee Curtis, Gina Gershon, Jack Black, Jen
For the
Paulette,
most part,
Kevin Hart.
from what I've gathered, it just had a very shit fucking story. From what I've collected so far, they decided to write their own storyline for the movie, which off the cuff sounds good. But there's so much source material, there's so much universe out there for them already that they took almost no material from the franchised world that's already built and established and made a storyline that doesn't really correlate to anything in the Borderlands franchise. Or
Yeah,
universe, I'd say.
that doesn't surprise me. It's how video game movies go.
And I mean, it is unfortunate though, right? Because there have been other video game movies that are better, like tied a little bit closer to the actual stories that they come from. And not knowing much about the story of this Borderlands, like from what I saw in the previews and things like that, it really just looked like, I don't know, just like throwing a couple of like psychos into a truck and having them run around and do stupid shit together. Like frat party on wheels. I don't know. Like it's just it wasn't appealing like at all to me as a fan of Borderlands the games. It wasn't appealing for me to like go actually see the movie to see it put into live action. But I also have a lot of issue with a lot of movies going to live action that were originally like animations or, you know, cartoons or something else, right? Like take anything Disney that they've been doing lately. Like from the original to live action, and I get why they're doing it, right? Like they're updating things for the new generation and they're trying to drum in more business and stuff like that, and you know, using the new technologies to do so. But a lot of times they just change too many things and it just destroys the story just to make it prettier, and I don't know why they're doing it.
There are some good like live action Disney movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's an example though? Because like with
Beauty and the Beast.
Disney,
I think it. Yeah, I was gonna say
Lion
all
King?
personal preference, like Beauty and the Beast, Lion King. I personally love the Jungle Book remake, but that one is wherever
So-
you want to put it.
I'm a little opinionated on the Jungle Book remake because there have been a lot of movies like that. Like take Tarzan for instance. Like how many iterations of Tarzan have we seen over the years? Right? Live action, cartoon versions, stuff like that. Like so I'm a little jaded on Jungle Book because I feel like it sort of fits the same scope that Tarzan did, where we've already seen a lot of this. But I haven't actually watched the new Jungle Book, like the live action, just because I've been avoiding all the live actions. If you recommend it, I'll check it out.
I
But I haven't-
personally like it. I'll rewatch it before I tell you to go watch it if you'd like. Because I also saw it when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so hyped for it."
Well, I mean, if that's the taste you have left in your cybernetic mouth, then that's fine. Like I get it, but
So, speaking on Borderlands, I want to know what fucking bridge they pulled Hunter Troy Rothwell out from under. This guy looks like a fucking mongoloid. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out General Chat.
that's just mean. He's trying his best. It's not his fault that he's got really bushy eyebrows and
his
very
eyebrows
big
tried
forehead.
so hard to be a unibrow, and it just can't quite make it.
I mean, you're not wrong. They really just look like it's kind of reaching,
Yeah, it's
like reaching for the other one. But
who did he play in the movie?
Yeah, what was he?
He
Psycho?
was
He looks like a psycho face.
Davis Pickle. I don't know who that
Silence
is.
deafening.
That does
The
not ring
silence
any
is
bells.
deafening. It's not, What's something weird that I heard about the movie is that it was reported, and I don't know how true it is, that this movie was supposed to start like the Borderlands cinematic universe, and I think it's dead on arrival.
Oh, unfortunately, yeah.
I mean, they'll probably make another one.
It'll probably be one of the fastest remakes.
Hopefully, they don't ruin Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Somebody's gonna do a fan made using in-game graphics like Rooster Teeth, you know.
It's gonna be so good.
And that's gonna have way more popularity.
It's gonna be so good.
I mean, that's hard, right? That's hard because Borderlands already had a lot of its own comedy and writing and decent storytelling in it, right? Like, I have a hard time.
So
I have a hard time thinking why this was going to be a good movie.
That's the thing with movies like this. It's okay to make movies of games that are average or slightly above average because you can expand on them and do better. Borderlands is one of those games where the story was written around you playing a character, not watching a character. So you're running into that issue of everybody that played it had a lot of fun because it was a good story that they could play through. When you sit back and watch it, it's just like, okay, he's just killing things. So now they're trying to move that to the silver screen, and it's just not working. It never did. Doom was the same way.
I mean, I feel like they took a wrong direction with it when they cast the people they did for the characters they did. If they would have done a movie about like Handsome Jack, right, in like the sequel games or the prequel games, that might have actually been a good story to like see him getting into some bullshit because they could expand on anything that he did and provide some new content. But it feels like they tried to make the first game into a movie.
Well, that's the thing is they didn't even use any fucking material from the first game.
Yeah,
Can I ask a question that no one really asked?
I mean,
sorry.
No.
I'm like, did this really need a movie? Did Borderlands really need a movie made of it?
So, I mean, when the idea of a movie got announced, fucking what, 9 years ago, like, dude, I was so excited for the idea of it, just because at that time, Borderlands 3 had been in conversation of coming out. So, like, we were on the cusp of Borderlands 2, and that was such a successful title. And then it was rumor after rumor after rumor about a movie, and it kept getting a lot of traction. But to Scorch's point, like once they started announcing the cast, that's when things really started getting kind of funky. Like, yes, individually they're all fantastic actors, but for the roles that they're trying to fulfill and the characters that they pulled for this too, like they blended a timeline, like they made up their own timeline to make this movie work. And it was just, it was doomed from success, and I was very hopeful for the better of it.
Well, let's put it this way: talking about video games being adapted into other things, Fallout, fantastic, right?
The show,
good. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, could it have been a movie? Maybe, right? But like, the writers knew what they were doing. They knew the content. They worked with the content that was available from the games.
mm-hmm.
And from everything I've been hearing about the reviews and everything I've been seeing in reels about the movie for Borderlands, it just seemed like they just did their own thing. They were just like, no, we don't need all that source material. We just need the description of your characters. We'll be good to go. Like, I don't know.
They knew this movie was bad from the beginning. It's an hour and 40 minutes long.
Yeah, most modern movies
are like 2.5.
Fuck, yeah. Anime movies nowadays are an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, anime movies used to be what, 50 minutes? When episodes were 23 minutes, like.
Yeah.
You could already stream the movie, by the way.
Oh, good.
Really?
I guess that's how I'm gonna watch it.
Where's it streamed at, or is it
YouTube streaming it for $24.99 right now?
Oh, fuck that. That's more than a movie ticket.
Oh man.
I mean, could always sail the high seas.
I do that anyway. You know me.
So, going back to terrible movie adaptations. Double Dragon. Did you guys ever watch that one?
You know, I did, and honestly, it's like a cult classic for me. Like,
It
it's
is
one of those
now.
ones that was. It's one. I mean, that's fair.
Oh, I loved that movie back in the day, though. Like that was even back then. That was like the epitome of so shitty it's great. Not even that it's good. It's great.
Okay,
I remember
Assassin's
watching-
Creed.
They made a movie.
Yeah,
Hot take. I enjoyed it.
What,
see,
Assassin's Creed?
you're
The
entitled
Assassin's
to
Creed
your
movie.
wrong opinion.
That's why I said hot take. I'm never gonna suggest anybody else go watch it, but I enjoyed it.
Jesus.
Wing Commander.
Okay. Yes, it was an awful movie, but I liked it. I don't know why. I still go back and watch that freaking movie. I'm pretty sure it's on the Plex.
So the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I never
haven't
saw
seen
it,
that
never
one.
played the game.
You know,
I'm a huge FNAF fan, and that movie made me sad.
Yeah, because then they try to tie into more of the horror than like the goofy aspect. Like people try to make it like an actual horror movie.
kind
No.
of.
They like tried to befriend the animatronics.
Yep.
I want a
What?
horror movie. I want jump scares where it rips a child's head off, and then they're like 20 years later, and it goes to a security guard guarding a defunct pizza place. I just-
Yeah, and my SO and I watched it together, and she's never played the games or anything, and she thought it was dumb.
yeah, it was bad.
But
I mean,
honestly, like Matthew Lillard and his role in it, I thought that whole bit was weird. Not like myself not really knowing much about the backstory of FNAF, because honestly, I don't like playing anything that has that many jump scares, because games that are just all jump scares are typically like boring to me. Because then it's like, ooh, what's gonna happen if I go around this corner? Oh, jump scare, thanks. Yeah, okay, but
dude, Nicolas Cage did a better FNAF movie, and he spoke 4 words in the entire movie.
Wait, Nicolas Cage was in the FNAF movie?
No, he was in Willy's Wonderland, which is arguably a better movie. It's FNAF. It's just better.
I don't know that I've seen Willy's Wonderland yet.
Oh, how? I don't know how you
Maybe
live your life.
Maybe I have seen it. I'll have to go like watch the trailer again. just to see.
Oh yeah.
It's
Sounds
so
like a
good.
messed up Willy Wonka.
No, it's 100% just FNAF with Nicolas Cage, and I think all the way up until like 10 minutes before the end of the movie, he just grunts. He also has a really sick montage where he plays pinball while people are being murdered in the other room.
I forgot about this one.
So good.
You know, I actually don't think I've seen this.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a movie night.
You and your SO would love this one.
Yeah, it's right up the Onyx the Fortuitous bandwagon. It's good.
And then the what's the movie that you guys had introduced us to? The clown one?
Oh, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That one. The
That's good for
The way-
completely different reasons.
the way the animatronics, like the way all the clowns are moved via animatronics,
Yeah.
this movie has a very similar feel to it.
Nice. Hello, Smidge.
So I think all of us have seen Deadpool now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What are your thoughts? You gotta like scoot back and get the legs up.
I'll let Beans go first on this one since he's very excited about it. Pretty sure you've seen it what, twice, 3 times now?
I've seen it
Already?
twice. So as far as I've been calling it like a trilogy movie set. So you've got Deadpool 1 and 2 and then Deadpool and Wolverine, but as far as story and timeline goes, it's very much a trequel. Was it the best Deadpool movie? I don't think so, because it's hard to top the first one for all the nostalgia that like it truly hit on. And at the time it was groundbreaking for the character. Now that we're very familiar with the character, it's coming at it from a very different perspective. as far as being a third movie in a lineup of movies, I thought it was probably one of the best Toriko movies I've seen in a long, long time. It holds its own as an independent film. It holds its own as continuing a story. As far as playing with all the characters that are in this film, the way Deadpool plays with characters was a little over the top. You could definitely tell that they're going to be taking a break from the Deadpool movies for a little bit.
Well, spoilers, but they metaphorically and then later on literally killed off 20th Century Fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Hugh Jackman being Wolverine till he's 90?
That's probably true.
That is.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I
probably
don't know.
just facts.
I don't know. RDJ got out of the game with Iron Man.
He's back as Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
He's back as Tony Stark's mind in Victor Von Doom. I'm very mad they went with this storyline for bringing Doctor Doom into the Marvel universe. This is it's a good standalone storyline, but it's one of the shittiest ways to introduce Doctor Doom into the Marvel universe. They should have just did a Fantastic Four movie and called it a fucking day.
I feel like
what? That's the I didn't know they were going with that line for Doom.
Yeah, that's the way they're going with it. But
So he's just
I think
Tony Stark again.
Essentially,
yes and no.
I'm not familiar with the Doctor Doom storyline.
there's a couple different like iterations, but
so long story short, there was a comic line in I think the mid 2000s where it was Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom ended up going to college together. Tony Stark is just intelligent, but he's also a party boy, and Victor Von Doom has always had to study really hard to get everything, and he was mad at Tony Stark, and then Tony Stark came back from a party, said your equation's wrong, correct the equation. They teamed up together. Big explosion. Their minds got swapped, but Tony Stark lost all of his memories while he was in the body of Victor Von Doom. So Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark's body blamed everything on Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom's body. So they kicked his ass back to Romania or wherever the fuck he's from, one of those Eastern Bloc countries that Russia's going to try to conquer. And then because he's Tony Stark and his real superpower is when somebody says no, he says fuck you. Ends up getting a doctorate in engineering, essentially becoming Doctor Doom, but in a good way. And then going back and beating the shit out of Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark's body because he like kills off Tony Stark's father, and there's a whole bunch of shit. But it's a cool comic series, but it was a poor adaptation of everything. It's a good standalone series, but if you've ever been an Iron Man or a Victor Von Doom fanboy, it's not the best in their lineup.
it almost sounds like a fan fiction that someone would have wrote, right? Like,
It's a fever dream.
yeah, it sounds bizarre to have that kind of thing happen. But I mean, weirder shit has happened in the verse, so
Yeah, and I think they're just trying to find a way to bring Marvel fans back.
yeah. But have you guys seen all of the memes?
Mm-mm.
So
Deadpool.
no, because Robert Downey Jr. is reprising a new role in the MCU. They've had other things where like they done AI replace his head for like Black Panther with his head from Tropical Thunder.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
What do you mean, you guys?
Yeah. So there's been a lot of that kind of stuff happening where they're basically replacing him in like putting his head on all the characters kind of thing. Like I saw an Avengers poster meme of like his face for all the characters. It's just bad.
That's
Everybody's
awesome.
kind of ranking on him for it. But I thought it was pretty funny.
He could pull it off, man. He could pull it off.
I know. But anyway, big tangent there. Back to Deadpool Wolverine. I'll give my quick take on it. Highly enjoyable, super entertained. Without spoiling anything, I love seeing all the Deadpools, all the versions showing up. Huge nostalgic bits that you guys might have missed, like some Easter eggs. For instance, like the opening title, the song they used, when he's dancing and doing his thing. That was actually something from, I think it was X-Men 2, when he was like driving Rogue and Cyclops out to somewhere, and he's driving the car, and Cyclops is like, "I need some music. I need to calm down." And he turns on the radio, and that song comes on. So like, they pulled from everything to like really crunch in the nostalgia stuff if you could catch it.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
it was 2 hours of member berries.
That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that whole movie was just member berries with a loose story based going on in the background.
Yeah, I loved it. Marvel Jesus
Maybe-
is great.
maybe you guys can tell me though. So I think I was aware of the anchor humans for different timelines.
Yes.
But was that ever explained or done within, like, between the end of Loki to this movie? Did they ever actually like go into how that works or why that happens, or is this something that's like in the fandom itself?
It's
No,
something that they were going to explain in a canceled movie.
They did explain it in the TV series, though. They kind of broke it down between a few of them. So there was Loki that they briefly touched on it.
Well, so the end of Loki was him becoming Yggdrasil essentially, and anchoring all of the timelines by himself. But then all of those anchors were anchor humans in those timelines. So like I get that much, but I don't get like who is chosen to be the anchor human of each timeline, like how that works.
No, so they haven't distinctly said like how they find out which human is the anchor point of each world, of each timeline,
Okay.
or of each branch, should I say. It's more so something that they kind of discover in the aftermath after somebody dies, and then the world starts slowly falling apart, which is supposed to take thousands of years. So as the brain fart. The association that oversees the timelines, they'll be able to
TVA.
kind of the TVA, they'll be able to see it, because for them all time is happening at one instance.
Okay, but Paradox was trying to rush the ending of that for whatever reason. So okay,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't really touch on the who's and the hows. They just gave us the information in the movie. That's fine.
Right.
That's
So
fine.
essentially Logan died, and they discovered that he was the anchor human for that time, for the main story timeline of that branch.
Mhm.
And then Paradox was trying to
Sever it before
sever
it
it,
ends early.
because back in the old TVA days, that's just what they used to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Prune
And
it,
also,
I think is
sorry,
what they
we
called
kind
it.
of said some things.
Oh yeah, we spoiled a lot, but that's okay.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
still
gotta
worth
watch. I
seeing.
gotta watch Loki season 2 now. It's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought the Loki series, both seasons, was so good.
Oh,
Hot
yeah.
take:
I really
next
enjoyed it.
Deadpool movie, they dig up Stanley.
Maybe, I don't know.
Shit, I had a thought, but that train derailed. It was something about choice of characters, and now I forget.
I wonder if the anchor humans are kind of. I guess maybe they're not the most like world saving, but they're just like the most substantial. That, or they just needed a way to bring back Hugh Jackman for Wolverine.
Well, honestly, in my opinion, I also think that the anchor human doesn't necessarily have to be one specific person. I think it can change depending on the events that are going on currently. So, like in the Old Man Logan film, he died and he was the anchor point because he was the fulcrum point for a lot of the things that were happening in that world, whether he wanted it to be around him or not. With Deadpool and Wolverine, spoilers, sorry guys. At the very end of that film, they pretty much start rebuilding the timeline and giving their branch of a new future, because they've now become the center point to that world, where even at the end Wolverine ends up staying there with Deadpool, and the TVA pretty much tell them that like, your branch is growing again. I don't know what you guys did, but you guys are now here and you can't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the anchor human can change. I think it can be updated or moved
It's just someone
around.
that has to have a significant impact.
Yeah.
Or it could just be somebody who's immortal in that timeline. I mean, that'd be a great way to keep a timeline going, is somebody who can't die.
I
Yeah.
also now have a thought, because this was a different timeline or universe than, the Avenger universe.
Right, the sacred
Who the-
timeline.
Yeah, so who's that anchor human? And
Loki.
in
Well,
the OG?
I don't think Loki is a anchor human at all.
He's the timeline anchor. He's holding
No,
all strands of the anchor humans.
Yeah, he's essentially the Time Lord. He's essentially the one writing every branch, he's the one writing everything now.
Yep.
Oh, I'm talking about the Avengers, like, Endgame. Like, I wonder who their
So I think
anchor
that
human for that
that
universe
timeline
was.
branch was 616, something like that. And in that timeline, that was Logan. Logan was the one that was
so
the
it's
anchor human for the
okay.
sacred timeline.
Oh, so they
And
kept it. I thought it was two different universes, because I know this was supposed to try to merge the X-Men universe and MCU together. They're trying to pull that.
yeah, and
Well-
technically every branch has an X-Men. Every branch has a
But this like
Well,
real life
Phase-
wise, bringing in people into like X-Men into like Marvel movies and doing all that.
Phase 4 Marvel's been canceled. Not officially, but for the most part. If you look through who Marvel has kept on for their cinematic universe and who they've gotten rid of, actors they've broken contracts with, actresses they've broken contracts with, directors they've gotten rid of, Phase 4's done.
Yeah. They're also going down to maybe one movie a year. So that's why the next one's not going to come out till 2025.
Well,
Well, I
Like
mean,
the Avengers
they need
and whatnot.
time.
take a break.
yeah, anything they haven't already filmed has been canceled.
Mhm.
It's also they're doing it not just because they have to refilm it, but also to get past the superhero fatigue, because that's what was really killing the MCU. Because we had like what 5-6 movies coming out in 1 year, so it was just like to a point where, like,
But I mean, like, so the superhero fatigue wasn't really the problem. The problem was that they were pumping out movies so fast that they were just becoming so disjointed. Like,
In bad writing.
I wasn't mad at watching superhero movies. I was mad at the superhero movies just being like, blah, we're doing this thing now without any real purpose or like, any kind of like real impact to the universe, right? Like, Thor: Love and Thunder was hilarious. Did it mean anything to the universe? Not really.
He got his hammer.
He did.
I mean, Captain Hammer always has his hammer.
Well, no, when his sister Helena broke it, but
Oh, I
Anyway.
wasn't talking about Thor. I was talking about
oh,
Captain Reynolds.
Captain Hammer. He did play Captain Hammer in a different show too, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, I think in Castle, he just, for every Halloween episode, he played a former character that he had played. Because he was Space Cowboy for one. He was Captain Hammer for one. I don't know. I didn't really much get into Castle. I did watch all those episodes, though, because they were funny.
But what was he in when he was Captain Hammer? Like, he was in a movie.
Dr.
playing
Horrible
as-
sing-along blog.
That's right. Thank you.
Oh, I love that
What,
movie.
one of the greatest movies ever created.
What?
Have you not
Have you
seen,
not seen this one?
Dr. Horrible's? We could watch that tonight.
Oh,
It's like
no.
35 minutes long.
Can we do it Saturday?
We could do both.
Saturday.
I don't think he's seen Onyx the Fortuitous either, so that might become
Okay,
a
yeah,
Saturday thing.
definitely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot. I guess a lot of movies you guys talk I haven't seen, but yeah, no, not those last two.
Okay, cool. So plenty of movie nights coming up. Got it. We should give Pit Ripper a call.
Yeah.
Let him know
Yeah.
about that.
We
Because
sh-
he needs to get out of the house.
We should just set it up and tell him he's coming. Or not even tell him, just tell his...
SOs?
Yeah. I was trying to find a
Plural?
way to say it.
SOS?
Yeah. We should just have them send him over.
There you go. I like it. So I caught back up on my train of thought earlier, and I wrote it down this time so I'd remember. But
no.
I think the reason that Marvel kind of pivoted to bringing back Robert Downey Jr. so quickly as a new role as Doom and go with this storyline is because the actor who was playing as Kang, from the Loki series and from a couple other things, he was like playing the role of Kang in.
Mhm.
I guess had some kind of assault conviction. I didn't really like fully read the story, but I heard about it. So Disney had to drop him.
Yeah, he got
which
convicted
means
of what I forget, but yeah, what he was.
I think it was
convicted
like sexual harassment.
of. Yeah,
I don't know, but
Jeez.
Disney don't play like that, so they were like, well, you're done, and we're not going to reprise your role for anybody. So like for everything he's done in the universe so far, like I guess the end of what was it? The end of Ant-Man's latest Ant-Man and Wasp,
Mhm.
Multiverse of Mayhem or whatever. There was like a bunch of them. I guess we're never going to see what happens with that.
yeah, and I love King the Conqueror as a villain. Like in the comics and everything, I love that.
Fuck
I
that.
mean-
I want a goddamn Lobo movie. I
Well,
want space dolphins. I want superheroes that take LSD. Give me a goddamn Lobo movie.
There is a lot of rumors, like the reason why Jason Momoa is rumored to be Lobo. Like that's the role he's always wanted to
Don't
play.
tease me.
He's rumored he wants to play Lobo. It's heavy rumors. I'm not saying it's a real thing, but it's heavy fucking rumors. It's people are like the reason like, oh, that's why Aquaman 2, there's not gonna be a third one.
Well, there's not going to be a third one because he doesn't want that crazy lady to shit in his bed.
What?
Yeah.
Did you not follow the
Yeah,
Captain
did you
Jack
not-
Sparrow saga?
No. What the
But
hell happened?
You never heard
So-
that Amber,
Oh,
Where the fuck were you?
Sorry.
Amber-
That was years ago, wasn't it? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Okay.
I
Yeah.
was like,
That was before 2 came
like-
out, and I even saw it. That all
That-
that was happening.
that's
Yeah,
why
I-
2 took a while to come out, as they cut out
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
80% of her parts.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay. I did hear about that part.
Okay.
I just thought it was something more recent between her and Momoa, and I was like, wait, what?
No, that'll forever live rent free in my brain.
No.
All right.
So I dug into it because our AI bot sucks. Jason Momoa has been officially cast as Lobo, according to Jeff Snyder.
Yes.
I do not suck. I just didn't want to like type for like 17 minutes and like make you guys like, let me just say it. It'll
And-
happen.
And Lobo will appear in Superman Legacy, which is the Superman remake.
Hmm.
I mean,
I
They've
like
been doing
it.
a lot of Superman movies lately, haven't they?
they always did a lot of Superman movies.
That's
Man,
true.
he makes a good Lobo.
He fits.
It's
He
his
needs to
favorite-
pump
it's
his
also
arms
his
up a little
favorite.
bit, but he fits.
It's his favorite character in DC, I believe.
As long as he doesn't shave his beard.
No, Lobo has a goatee, so he's good to go. Or a handlebar mustache thing. Yeah, he'll be fine. But yeah, this is. Hopefully, DC doesn't fuck this up. I thought fucking Lobo was Dark Horse.
I thought he was too.
No.
It might have been Dark Horse back in the day.
Who
That's gonna be
owns?
dope.
Who owns Dark Horse?
I love seeing some of these like side to side comparison shots. Like,
That's just what I was looking at too.
Oh shit! Somebody just
We
fucked
got-
up our cameras.
we got a pirate.
We do have a
What
pirate.
are you doing, pirate?
I'm gonna fuck up the cameras, but I'm not gonna be on camera today.
Well,
You
then
good.
I am going
You
to
good.
hide yours, so I don't have to change anything. How do I hide things?
By the way, can y'all hear me good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Yes.
good.
Loud and clear.
Perfect. That means Toyota speakers are fantastic.
Nice.
Dope. We're talking about Lobo right now.
Yeah, our
Like-
man Jason Momoa is gonna
as-
play Lobo.
You know what? I'm here for Jason Momoa playing Lobo. Like he
That's gonna
has
be
the
fun.
look. He has the look for it. All you need to do is put on a little bit of eyeliner and he's got it.
And depending on which version of Lobo they use, maybe some like black, like goth streaks on the eyes and stuff, right?
Exactly.
Dude, this fucked up our camera angles so much.
You're welcome.
I am
And we're
live
keeping
changing
all
our
this
camera
in.
angles in the recording.
And we're keeping all
You're
of
what-
this in, no edits.
You're welcome. Also, I'm a little bit drunk, so.
Thanks for
mean,
the warning.
I'm not
No
mad
different
about
than
it.
when you usually toke on camera. In my opinion, like.
All right. Being stoned and being drunk is a little bit different.
All right, we are good to
Not
go.
being cross-faded.
Be right back. 1 sec.
No.
Damn it, Scorch.
Well,
And just like that.
and just like that, we're still keeping all this in because this is hilarious.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Lobo will do good.
I've seen the like posts about Jason Momoa possibly playing Lobo, and to be honest, with the original look of the comics of Lobo, I think Jason Momoa is one of the best fits. Like, look at him in Game of Thrones.
Oh, we
He
saw
played
him.
a character. Yeah, oh, I know you did, baby.
That
So-
felt weird.
But like, he played a similar character like Lobo. Just the character didn't speak. That was the only difference.
So
Holy
DC
shit, I can see
doesn't
all of
own Dark Horse. Apparently, it's going to be a crossover movie.
Oh,
With
interesting.
Dark Horse in DC.
Yeah, he's supposed to play in the next Superman movie as the villain.
Oh, but let's not put too much into the next Superman movie, considering it's not Henry Cavill.
I'm cool with it. Have you guys seen Department of Ungentlemanly Warfare?
No, not yet.
Not
I don't
yet.
think I have.
Hard recommendation. It is purely an action film with very little but hilarious voice or audio and writing. It's good. I'm a huge fan. I ended up actually buying it on Blu-ray, which is rare because I normally just sail the high seas.
Do you have a Blu-ray?
I bought an Xbox so I could have a Blu-ray because for some fucking reason Xbox Series X is cheaper than a decent Blu-ray player.
Holy shit.
Fair enough.
What a lineup.
Oh yeah, it's a good lineup. It ended up being an amazing movie.
Oh, I have to see this. This looks so cool.
Which
Well-
one's this?
Department of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
It's the
Ooh.
Ministry of Ungentlemanly.
Ministry.
Uh,
Sorry.
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it. But clearly, I need to watch it.
It
I
was
mean,
good.
it came out this year, so it's not like it's been out for years and we've all been sitting under a rock.
Yeah, but not a lot of good movies have come out these past couple of years. So yeah, we're kind of sitting underneath the rock with that one.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't
Also a
seen
good
it yet,
movie.
so I don't know.
Maybe I've just been chilling in my mom's basement, drinking some tiny wine.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Sir, you've been chilling in your own basement, drinking some tiny wine.
So what if I am?
Tiny wine's not illegal. Oh, I need to turn down Mr. Dread Pirate. But yeah, so good movie. Check it out. Now that the Dread Pirate's here, we can talk about his subject. Are you guys ready for this? I know you cared so much about the Olympics, but breakdancing, did you see that shit
Oh
show?
God!
Oh
Did you
my god.
Did you watch it?
No, haven't watched.
Have you guys seen the
holy shit,
interview
I've
that
seen
she
the
did
reels.
afterwards?
She did an interview?
She did an interview where she came out and stated she has a total of 30 minutes of practice.
But she doesn't-
Her
So-
her
so I-
goal
in this.
her goal was to just break the internet and become a talking point, and she did just that.
Jesus.
Which is fine. So I have a couple opinions on this one, man. I really
I mean, yes, it's fine.
do. Well,
I think it's super fucked up and disrespectful to everybody else that's in the Olympics.
growing up in a generation that I used to watch breakdancing at like lunchtime when I was in middle school.
Well, she certainly left. That's for sure.
I think breakdancing makes sense for the Olympics. It's a very like skill-heavy fucking sport.
Absolutely.
Anything.
Well, that sucks because they
However-
just announced that it's no longer in the Olympics because of that shit show.
Oh no, they made that decision before this Olympics actually happened. They decided that they were going to cut breakdancing almost immediately when they were just like, we're going to do breakdancing. No, you know what? This is not a good idea. So they cut it out before the Olympics even happened. However, while I agree that she is technically breakdancing, because the definition of breakdancing is breaking while you're dancing, pretty self-explanatory.
I didn't know that.
Seeing everybody who's doing it, like they put a lifetime worth of work into that. Because have you ever tried to break dance? That's just not easy.
I am.
No, there's a lot of physical demand in doing that. Like that is very much nearly like gymnastics, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with Scorch on that one. Absolutely.
And I mean, it was definitely insulting to see somebody go out there and do what she did, right? And even more insulting that she admitted that was her intention, right? Like,
yeah,
are the Olympics a meme, or are the Olympics what they're supposed to be, which is like showcasing the best of humanity's physical prowess, right? Like, I don't know, but I don't know. But
no, you're absolutely right, Scorch. It's like the purpose of the Olympics has always been to
And we lost them.
The best of humanity.
His Toyota sucks.
Oh shit.
Most of it, the Olympics are supposed to show
You guys hear
the
me?
best humans in the.
yeah, you're coming in.
We can hear you, but you're being more of an AI than our current AI Poe.
Thank you. I was gonna say that.
But no, I could decipher what he said if y'all would like.
Oh,
No.
please, by all means,
Sure,
fill in
he
the
was talking-
blanks.
Yeah, he's talking about how the Olympics are meant to have like the best of humanity compete against each other.
The best of humanity without drugs.
And that. Yes. But that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the best of the best athletes in every country or every section coming together and truly seeing who has worked the hardest for their position.
And she did not. I don't know what she did to allow Australia to have
what she did. Well, there's a whole lot of debate about that one. What she did was go on a world stage and essentially make a fool of herself.
And a mockery.
And a mockery. Personally, I believe those things that like she downgraded everybody else in there. Like you can see, nobody cares about any of the other breakdancing performers. Which, if you watched it, which I did, I went back and watched a lot of the ones who performed. They did, honestly, truly incredible.
Yeah.
Like some of the routines that they came up with were wonderful. They were amazing. Like the athleticism, the abilities they had were fantastic. And what she did was she took her own bullshit and forced it upon everybody else. And now nobody remembers any of the other phenomenal athletes during the breakdancing performance because of her.
That's
So I'm
unfortunately
against
true.
it. And I'm saying I went back and watched a lot of those battles, and growing up watching breakdancing, they did above and beyond phenomenal performances in those series of breakdancing.
Oh yeah, I watched a little bit of the actual breakdancing, not that bullshit.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. I enjoyed
She
myself.
made it a fucking. She made it a fucking joke, and that's the shit I don't think is okay.
Well, I'm sure she's gonna go back to Australia and they're gonna yell the C word at her, and not in the nice way.
Is there a rude way in Australia to say the C word?
I'm sure they'll figure it
There
out
is.
between fighting kangaroos and trying to survive.
Yeah. From my experience overseas, there's a good.
You lose.
Fair.
I think she's not the good one. I think she's not the good one.
And timestamp that, because that is a word we do have to take out. There's no time limit on that one.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry.
You're good. I'll find out something funny to put in there.
It's okay.
Just
So-
dub it with banana.
Staying on the Olympics real quick here, though, there is one thing that I definitely appreciated, which was the Ukrainian sharpshooter, right? The pistol sharpshooter, and how it basically like he went out there looking
casual.
like he was super cash, not wearing any of like the
I
super
think that's the guy
efficient
from
like
Turkey.
glasses,
Cyberpunk gear.
and then now I've been seeing memes of like cyberpunk, and it's like the dude with like the most expensive looking glasses, like fully trimmed out suit, clean cut looking. He was definitely a corpo, right? And then and then you got Ukrainian dude coming out. He's just looking like a nomad, right? Like so they like
Yeah.
they did 3 people, and they did like corpo, street kid, and nomad, and that meme is just hilarious.
It is. I've seen that one. It's so fucking
Oli-
good.
The Olympic athlete you're talking about
Well,
is from
shit.
Turkey,
Scorch showed us all that one.
by the way.
Oh, did I drop that in this chat? I did, didn't I?
And he was
You did.
Turkish, not Ukrainian.
Yeah, Turkish.
Turkish. Thank you. Sorry.
And he's
Well,
also
well,
rumored to be a former Turkish assassin.
That's
would
why they
explain
had
a
him
lot.
do well enough to get silver.
Which is why he's so
I mean-
casual.
Oh yeah, here we go.
I mean, I like the story that I've seen, which is his ex-wife told him he couldn't do it, so he did it.
He Tony Stark to that shit. So I have sad updated news. Let's get through the 2 sad ones real quick, but the most sad one we'll start with. Misty from the original Pokemon movie, the actress that played Misty and Jessie,
And
Rachel
Jessie.
Lillis, has passed away.
Yep.
Yeah.
46 years old.
I hope she lived a very fun life because her voice alone has impacted our generation by leaps and bounds.
Oh yeah.
For sure. 46 is pretty young. though.
R.I.P.
It is.
Say how?
I haven't looked up to see what the cause of death was.
Give me a second. I have the link open.
It's unfortunate and unfair.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fucking say.
Of course not.
What? She was in Ghost Adventures?
I mean, she's a very talented voice actor. I'm sure we've heard her voice in many projects that we were just unaware of.
She's one of the radio transmissions.
Yeah, according to Lori Orr, one of her sisters, she was diagnosed and died of breast cancer.
Ooh, shitty way to
Oh,
go.
bummer.
Yeah, that's the fun.
All right. Moment of silence. And on to Comic-Con. So
That was indeed a moment.
What a transition.
Comic-Con human trafficking sting saves 10 people and arrests 14.
Yeah. This has been an ongoing sting that's taken, I think, the span of 3 years is what I saw. Maybe 2 years, but holy shit.
It's sad to say, I've been to Comic-Con twice, had an amazing time, but it's sad to say this doesn't surprise me at all. Just the weirdos that are in Comic-Con, and I'm not talking about like the average Comic-Con person, the one you find like in the corner, you know, hyperventilating because he's around more than 2 people and his cat's not there.
I do have to say,
All right,
I really do hate that. I have the very same sentiment that when I heard that news, I wish I could say I was surprised. And I love going to Comic Cons. I love the people that go to it. But gosh, it's such a big event like that. I wish I could say I was surprised.
130,000 people.
Yeah, I'm with Beans and fucking Kane on that one. Like knowing the kind of people we grew up with, playing D&D and being nerdy and all that stuff, I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm not.
Oh, we all know who you're
I
talking
have
about.
almost fought people. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. Like, I wish I could say surprised, but like it's, you know what? I'm not gonna go deeper into this because it's gonna get real weird real fast.
Yeah, just
Mhm.
if you're out at a Comic Con or a Ren Fair or really anything that has
Take care of
a
yourself.
bunch of nerds, watch yourself, take care of yourself.
Go
Go-
with a
Just
buddy.
try and be
Buddies
aware of your
with the nerd.
surroundings.
Yeah, go with a buddy, even if they don't want to cosplay. Just have some kind of
Assume you-
anchor there.
Yeah. Assume you
Every-
can't trust anybody until you can.
Yeah, I mean that's just how I approach life.
Yeah.
Remember, every group needs one normie.
Wait, which one's that in our for us?
We don't have any.
No, every group needs. No, every
We all take our turns.
every group.
We are
Every
normal
group
depending on
needs
the
a every group needs a lawful good fighter.
Again,
I
which one
will
of us
argue
is
that one.
Which
I'll-
one of us? Is
Ah! You can
I'll
argue
take
all you
neutral
want.
evil.
It's true.
It's not.
I'll take neutral evil.
I know who
I'll
our
take-
normie
hold
is, but I'm
I'll
gonna put her
take
name in the
neutral
chat.
Good. I'll take neutral good. I'll be honest. I don't think lawful, but neutral good at least.
Those are our
See,
normies.
I don't think so.
Just the second one. Just the second one.
Not actually, not even the second one. Like,
I mean, he's definitely not the fighter, but he's
no,
definitely the lawful good guy.
No, he is chaotic. In my
No.
opinion.
All right, so story time. So for those of you listening, you're not going to know specifically who we're talking about, but I traveled with them, and we're at an airport, right?
Hold on,
And
hold on,
I
hold on,
know-
hold on. Does this story involve ladyboys?
No.
Aw.
No,
Too bad.
I'm more so speaking to his character as to like how he's the lawful good one of our group. And so we're at the airport, we're getting ready to go into a security line, and at our big international airport, I know of a secret security line that is always short, always goes quick, so I'm trying to navigate us to that direction. We get probably about 3/4 of the way to that security line, and then all of a sudden a staff employee for the airport starts telling everybody walking in that direction that it's for TSA pre-check only. So if you're not pre-checked, don't bother going that way because you're going to waste your own time, and then you'll end up waiting longer in a normal security line. Don't go that way.
Damn it! Now I gotta fix the cameras again.
This is.
I've heard it. I've been told it. I've still gone to that security line. I've never had any issues, right? So I keep trucking along. This dude just stops dead in his tracks. Like, nope, we were told we can't go that way. We can't go that way. And he just like refuses to take another inch of a step. Refuses. And I'm like, guys, it's fine. I've been through this before. Let's go. It's okay. And he wouldn't because one employee said that you couldn't do it. And then begrudgingly, because I know what's going to happen, we started making our way towards a normal security line so that we wouldn't get all split up. And then we ended up waiting like a good hour in the security line because it was fucking long. And unfortunately, I was being a little bit of a butthead, and I was kind of upset that we just didn't go towards the other line. And then I overheard him talking to his wife. He was like, I don't understand why he's mad. They told us we couldn't go that way, so we're here where we should be. I don't understand why he's mad. And I overheard his wife was like, you're not wrong, but he also has experience here. So that's what he was trying to lead us on. So we're here. It's all good. He's fine. You're fine.
Nice.
I mean, look, I never said he was good or evil. Okay, I just said he's
The
gay.
topic was lawful good.
That's
Very
fair.
true.
That's
Very
fair.
Very true.
I've done some
Alright, alright.
non-lawful stuff with the other one.
You've
So,
definitely done some non-lawful stuff with most of us.
yes.
This is a family show.
Not me. Yeah.
Current campaign excluded.
Poe, your turn's coming.
I've had my fill. I'm good.
Welcome to life, baby. It doesn't end.
Ah, there's jokes to be made with that, but this is a family-friendly show.
Say it. It always ends.
Just not by your own means.
Or sometimes.
Okay, we are almost back to where our cameras are corrected.
Oh, you've been fixing the cameras since
God
And
damn it! I just fixed the cameras, Dread Pirate.
Just leave them. Just leave them. It's
You
not worth
can't,
it.
you can't see anybody.
Just listen. Because by the
Kain.
time you fix it,
Oh
this is not gonna
my
it's just gonna
gosh.
leave.
going forward, just full screen, like pop out and full screen the Discord chat with all the windows in it, and just record the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
And then after you're done, you can cut and place all the video
Oh
captions
my
where you want them.
gosh.
So what's every listener is now understanding the process of doing a podcast, especially with video. We're all learning at the same time.
I'm just turning the
Yeah.
cameras off. No more looking at my pretty face for you fools. All right.
Pretty
So
subjective for that one. Thank you.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
I got 2 Valve newses. You guys ready for
Which
some
one do you
Valve
go?
news?
Let's valve it up.
What, like you couldn't shut a water pipe off?
Technically 3 Valve. I had that problem earlier today. I don't want to talk about it. So Valve Deadlock game. It's supposed to be a MOBA shooter. I'm gonna play because Valve can do no wrong. It might actually like replace Helldivers for me.
Well, that's fine because you haven't played Helldivers in like 4 months, dude.
Yeah, it's not even on my computer anymore. But I've been looking.
See,
That's my issue. I've been looking.
see, my cousin and his buddies are still playing, and they are like full on into it almost every night.
Nice.
I
Oh,
don't-
it's a 6v6. Sorry, cut
I
you
don't.
off.
Yeah, you're good. I don't join them because I've been playing Once Human like a fiend. I've already hit max character level. Just FYI.
Nice. All right. Let me.
There we go.
We're
But-
almost done.
but-
I'll fix cameras next time.
But they
Yeah.
did just drop the new expansion, which is having a lot of like 50-50 feedback on Helldivers. But yeah, I saw some. Like Deadlock has 173,000 consecutive players already. Something like that.
Wait, is it
Oh,
already,
it's
like,
out?
live?
I don't think it's out. It somehow has that many consecutive players already.
Oh, it's
I saw-
$6.
I saw an article for it earlier.
It's early access.
Yeah, it's early
So you
access.
could buy it for early access. Which when it fully releases, I'll buy it.
Well, yeah, I don't ever recommend anybody purchase a game before it comes out.
That's
Except
not
if it's
the way.
Baldur's Gate. Unless the
So
only
the
one
quick
early
description I
access-
s-
Okay, hang on. Baldur's Gate 3
for
had
early access.
beta. It was early access / beta for like what,
For a couple of years.
2
at least.
years?
Yeah, I'm saying that's the only game I ever bought for early access. So I recommend Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, but technically you got what would be a full game for most other games
Yeah.
for that early access because they let you go as far as you wanted. They just reset you every month, 2 months.
Yeah, every time they basically ran an update.
Yeah.
Listen, that's the only one I'll allow.
I played a lot of early access games, and I can tell you that not a lot of them are worth it.
Yeah.
So I am currently in the mode of staying the hell away from early access games, and I wait till things hit their like 1.0 release, and then I still wait like 2 months just to see how it goes.
I mean, I'll argue that I stay away from paid early access games. Like if it's free and it's early access, fuck yeah, I'll be all about it. If I don't have to pay for it and I get to try this shit out, I'm here for it. But if you make me pay for something that I don't know is good,
Cameras are fixed.
Yeah, don't log out this time. Pirate.
no, I'm here for good now. You can't help yourself.
That's fair. But yeah, I'm gonna check this thing out. It looks like it might be fun. I haven't played a MOBA in, I don't know, 10 years.
So from the quick description, I'm seeing it's Valve's version of a 6v6. Holy brain fart! Blizzard's version of
Overwatch.
Overwatch. That's
Yeah.
it. Jesus Christ.
And I had a decent amount of fun the few times I've played Overwatch. So
Dude, I played
mean,
way too much Overwatch. I absolutely fucking loved it.
I fucked around and found out on Overwatch, man. I loved that game. Soldier 76 all day.
I couldn't get into it.
I loved it.
The early days of Overwatch were phenomenal. Before they started adding all the new characters and the new
Some of them were really cool.
Some of them were cool, man, but like the OG Overwatch was the best Overwatch.
So I came in a little
You
later,
didn't-
but
Okay.
probably why I didn't enjoy it as much.
Like I stopped playing when the girl who was like the character who was like a ball.
Oh, the mouse.
The gerbil?
Yeah, the mouse.
Okay, so
Gerbil.
that was the character. He was like gerbil or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, gerbil. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
That's when I stopped playing. Like
We're
I
not
stopped
questioning
playing
you.
That's when I
just-
started playing.
just before he showed up, or she. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be inclusive here.
I actually started playing for that character because
Um,
I saw what it could do as like a wrecking ball, and it was hilarious.
But I played a shit ton before they started doing all the additions to it, and when I tell you I had a blast with that game, I had a blast with that game. It was so much fun. It was, while it was still, you only had so many characters, you still had the feeling of like I got good at the one character, and you had it was unlike Call of Duty, where you could get good at a character and feel like you were a good player at the game.
well, yeah, because all the Call of Duty characters are just the same bot with a new toon skin.
Yeah. And I liked the different dynamic. Like I loved rushing in as Soldier 76 and just fucking shit up. And then dying, but still coming back and doing the same fucking thing. Like when I tell you what I had, most of the times when I played that game online, I had more kills than anybody else in my team. I am true, but that's because I was balls to the wall just going the fuck in.
Well, that comes from years of playing Call of Duty, man. No, I'm just
No, that came from years of playing fucking Halo, bro.
But did you teabag them?
No.
See, that's the issue. You can't teabag anymore.
That's because I didn't play Call of Duty. I played Halo. In Halo, teabagging, while it was prominent, it wasn't as prominent.
Halo was the
Never
start
wonder
of
why we're
teabagging. Okay, so secondary Valve news. We have a new pharmaceutical and biological manufacturing company called Black Mesa. This is a real life company.
Oh, I thought this was a game. I was about to look it up.
Did you say Black Mesa?
I mean, it's part of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I guarantee that's a game.
No, it's legitimately, so the company started and he named the company that after being fans of Half-Life. And then he had to put out a press release because he's currently securing funding to start vaccine and biological manufacturing production. And he was getting a bunch of emails asking if this was the ARG for Half-Life 3.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Love it.
That is great.
People were apparently tearing through the coding of their website looking for ARG stuff and like changing the visuals on their photos, looking for codes. It's hilarious.
No, I gotta be honest, man. I never played Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3 is not a thing. We don't talk about Half-Life 3.
I'm sorry.
is no
I have
Half-Life 3.
never played Half-Life 2.
Yeah, we don't want to scare the great Gabe into not making Half-Life 3.
I never played the first or second one.
You
Like
never played.
I have played Valve games, but I've never played the
Question
Half-Life
is,
games.
who can buy
I've
it
watched
for
pe-
him on Steam faster?
I have watched people play. I've
I'm
watched people
pretty-
play the Half-Life games, but never
I'm
played
pretty sure
them.
they have like remastered versions of it now. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
it's good.
Oh.
It's good for the story, and it's good for the physics that existed at the time. Every time they put out a Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life Alyx were all pushing the bleeding edge of graphics and physics in a video game when they came out. Half-Life
time.
2 was the crisis of its time.
it was.
Just without the memory leak.
See, I remember going out to our buddy B's house and watching them play it. And I agree with you, but I still never played it.
I don't know who B is.
You do. I'll tell you later.
Throw
Put it in the
it
chat.
in the chat.
But so speaking of the remastered version, Nvidia's showcasing on their like new DLSS technologies and stuff like that, or like their like
fair.
auto remaster of games, whatever that system is called. They were showcasing like Half-Life 1 being digitally remastered like on the fly with their new software.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
that'd be one reason to go back and check it out, because it'd basically be updated graphics with the old scratchy audio still there because they didn't update that.
16-bit audio forced to 32.
Yeah, all I can hear is the menu sound, like when you pop up a menu, that crackle, you know,
Yeah.
sound or whatever it was. Like, I'm just gonna be like, sweet, yes, 4K graphics, Half-Life 1, but then I hear that like sound. I'm just like, damn.
Dude,
This
I gotta
game's
be
retro as fuck.
I gotta be real with you on like modern gaming. I would happily take the games we grew up on modern day graphics, like modern day, like everything, than most of the shit that's coming out these days. Like I would take Half-Life. I would take fucking Knights of the Old Republic re-engineered. I would take fucking
That game's
Doom.
cursed.
What the fuck do you
Doom
mean that
has
game's
been
cursed?
good. Knights of the Old Republic, every production studio that has picked it up to do a remake has closed within a year.
I saw that.
It-
That doesn't mean I don't. That doesn't mean I don't want it.
I want it. I don't think it'll be popular with modern gamers due to the pacing.
I agree. It's a slow start.
There's a lot of NPC talk, which was great for when it came out.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a slow start game.
I mean that reaches into your Mass Effect crowd, though, right? Like the people who love the Mass Effect games would definitely love, Knights of the Old Republic remade.
But I think
Like,
the Mass Effect games died because of the pacing. It's Knights of the Old Republic, I don't think is going to do well unless they change the combat up, which will ruin the game. And because it's effectively computer generated turn-based gaming. You're playing World of Warcraft, for lack of a better term, where it's a random number generator and then you have limits on like this move is going to take this amount of frames, this move is going to take this amount of frames, this move is going to take this amount of frames. You can only break this move at this frame. And
So it's like computer generated Dungeons and Dragons.
yeah, KOTOR was good because Dungeons and Dragons was in a renaissance at the time,
It's
and
true.
people were looking for something digital similar to that. That was also Star Wars.
But let's also be fair. Us as gamers, our generation, we have a lot of patience because of the games we grew up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but society
Yeah.
nowadays has no patience because of how we
Yeah.
consume media.
Yeah,
That's
that's
because
called instant
everything is I
gratification.
want it here and now.
That is called instant gratification. People want the reward as soon as they do the thing.
Lady
Now,
boys.
also, sure. Now, also there are
I
a
want
lot
to party
more-
hard with my boys, but I also like titties.
As soon as we get off stream, we all just give them the truffle shuffle.
I'll never mind.
Speak for yourself. I am
Yeah,
costs a lot of money for me,
I'm still
by the
not
way.
jumpy enough to give the truffle shuffle yet.
I
You
didn't
got no
mean to
jiggle,
interrupt
though.
you, Scorch.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Just to finish my statement, which is now completely derailed. Yeah, it's gone.
All right, fair enough.
Sorry, not sorry.
you got
No,
this,
I got it. I
buddy.
got it back. I got it back. Sorry. There
proud
are
of- I'm
definitely
proud
a
of
lot
you.
more diagnosed cases of ADHD now for people in our generation. So totally makes sense that we grew up learning patience from games like we learned, but people nowadays can't because not every one of us is medicated.
Which is funny
Well,
because the people I know that love those games all have ADHD.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is the
Because
ADHD
we
comes
think
from
it's
the
focused.
ADHD. It comes from a different fucking perspective.
Yeah.
Like we have ADHD because we're used to that shit. They have ADHD because they grew up on fucking Facebook.
I'm a huge fan. Weaponize the tism. You're never gonna find a better sniper than autism.
Jesus.
Unless they're
Yo,
trained, then you're pretty fucked.
if you can focus
Oh
on
my
anything really well
gosh.
once, it should be sniper.
Yeah, or like artillery
Alright, boys.
man, or yeah. Let's
That's
call it.
risen with autism.
We're going now. We're going down this path. Let's fucking go.
We definitely hit that point. Okay.
All right. I'll close this out.
All I'm gonna say is we need a wooden spoon.
Right. The da man.
Yo, don't talk about my kinks.
Just because you spank yourself during sex doesn't make it a kink.
Doesn't it though?
I disagree.
All right.
With or without the chunkla?
I don't know. It
With-
sounded pretty cool.
With the chancla.
Dude, if you could bounce it off the back wall and still spank yourself, that's 10 points. That's 10 points right there. It's solid 30 all the way across. All right, boys, girls, everything in between or around. If you need some help, reach out to someone on this. It doesn't have to be a hey, I need some help. It could be a hey, what the fuck you doing?
It could be a hey, I just need to talk to somebody.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
if you're uncomfortable, just talk. You don't have to bring up that you're uncomfortable. Just reach out. Autism's a real thing. Be nice to people with heavy autism and go see comedians with light autism because they wiggle on
Honestly,
stage.
Just be nice to people, man. You never know what everybody's going through.
Yeah.
You have no understanding of shit. Just be nice to people.
And then if you want to reach out to us at TheDepthsofJigoku at gmail.com. The first person to reach out to us to either hop on the show or give us some cool music to put at the beginning and the end of the episodes, we will
I'll buy him a
explain to
shot.
you. We will explain to you what the Depths of Jigoku is. Start that lore, and then we're on Twitter /X. Fuck the X thing. We're on Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram coming soon. Probably just going to be cute pictures of a 3-legged cat. And
He's adorable.
peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out, guys.
Be safe, guys.
Sorry I showed up late.